Hopefully I can finally get this damn thing right because, man, for the last 45 minutes I've been trying to do this video and no luck. What's going on, everybody? So today's video I'm going to give to you my top 5 designer fragrances for the spring of 2018. So when it comes to the springtime, you think of green florals, trees finally getting their leaves, warmer weather starting to come around now. Today's fragrances will be all inexpensive except for the very last one. They're all very versatile, so you can wear these for any occasion. But let's finally get this started, and as I said, hopefully I can finally do this correct. The first fragrance in this video is actually going to be from a house that I am known for hyping. I know that a lot of you guys are getting a little fed up with me always talking about this house, but that's okay because I am known for this house. I am trying to get a job with this house, or a paycheck of some kind. Going to be from the house of Ferrari, and this is Noble Fig. So this fragrance has fig, clary sage, musk, iris, and more. Now, what I get out of this fragrance, mostly I get clary sage and fig along with a little bit of the musk. The fig itself smells delicious. It's a watery, juicy type of fig, but it's very green with that clary sage. This is a unisex type of fragrance, but it's not more masculine, nor is it more feminine. The ladies can wear this very easily, but if you're an alpha male, if you're like a burly, masculine kind of guy, this is more so not going to be along the lines of your taste. This is green. It's sensuous. I personally love it. It's very versatile. It smells expensive as well, but the price tag is not. Now, this was actually going retail price at the Hudson's Bay Company for about $120 Canadian. And they told me that it was being discontinued, which I'm not sure if it is or not, but I have seen these online between $25 and $40 USD, so $35 to $45 Canadian. But it smells so much more expensive and it smells wonderful. If you're looking for a great fig-based scent that's a safe blind buy, I think you're gonna like this one. The second fragrance is actually gonna be from a house that a lot of people are not really crazy about. They had their heyday back in the 90s with their fashion, but the scents itself are kind of, you know, I personally am not a big fan of them. I don't know what I was thinking when I blind bought this one, but I'm glad I did. It's from the house of Tommy Hilfiger, and this is Endless Blue. As I stated, this was a complete blind buy. I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm glad I did. This only cost $20 a USD, but the notes to this one: rosemary, cognac, cardamom, black pepper, and more. What I get are lots of spices, mostly the cardamom with a boozy accord to it. Now, I do not drink, so I do not know what cognac, whiskey, and so on smell like, except for beer and champagne. Those two drinks have their own distinct smell, but this definitely has a boozy feel to it along with the spices. I'm gonna say it on camera, but it does come across as somewhat sexy. There's something about this fragrance that really does add a bit of mystery to it, if you will. I personally would not wear this to work, but it is a versatile type of fragrance. I just personally wouldn't wear it to work as well. A lot of people do say that Tommy Hilfiger smells cheap and really the performance are really not there, but I get about 5 to 6 hours with this beauty, and for $20, wow. I was definitely blown away. Definitely a very good surprise from the house of Tommy Hilfiger. Scent number 3 is going to be from the house of Ferrari once again, but this one is going to be Vetiver Essence. With this fragrance you get vetiver, cardamom, coffee, patchouli, pepper, citrus, and more. The main notes that I get: coffee, patchouli, and of course vetiver. So when I first smelled this one a little while ago, I wasn't a big fan of the scent itself. But as I started to give it a fair wearing, that's when my mind started to change, and I really do like this one. I don't generally like very dark, deep fragrances, nor do I like earthy type of fragrances. But the vetiver in this is actually like a dry, fresher type of vetiver. It's not a damp, moist type of vetiver, if you will. This fragrance is masculine, it's elegant, it comes across as a little bit mature, but a younger man could pull it off. And I don't mean like a teenager. I don't see a teenager or someone who's too young really liking this one, because it does have a bit of an air of maturity, if you will. You know, but it's dark enough for those cooler days. Very versatile, very masculine. $30 to $40. Glad I bought this one. Glad I gave it a fair shot because my mind has been changed. The fourth fragrance in this video is actually from a house that I'm really starting to get into. It's from an Italian company, and this is going to be like, this fragrance house would make like my top 5 houses of all time. but it will never beat out Ferrari. But this one is definitely starting to surpass Ferragamo. Zegna Z Milan. So with this fragrance, you only have 3 notes: clary sage, sandalwood, and fig. So with Milan, you also have 2 other fragrances, like brothers, if you want to say, sisters, whatever. You know, you have the Zengzi New York and the Shanghai. The Shanghai, very pleasing. I do like it. I own it. And I once had the New York, but I ended up giving that to my friend Imitsu from Simply Put Scents, just because it had way too much patchouli and booziness to it. But this fragrance here is really green with that clary sage and very nice with the fig. I don't get a lot of sandalwood, but it is a great scent. It's a little bit masculine. It's way more masculine than this one here. They both contain fig, but this one is definitely more masculine and a little bit more mature, if you will. But a younger guy could definitely rock this very easily. $30 Canadian. So it's going about $20 to $25 USD. But just a perfect and safe blind buy. And the final one in this video is actually going to be the most expensive one in this list because, well, the name itself is very expensive. You know, you're paying a lot of money for Prada, and this one is going to be Prada L'Homme. So with this fragrance, you get iris, neroli, geranium, violet, woods, patchouli, and more. So the iris itself is not a makeup-y Dior Homme iris, if you will. This fragrance here is more of a along the lines of cleanliness. It's clean, it's pleasing. This is definitely a mass appealer. When this fragrance first came into the community, a lot of people thought it was okay, but just not great. Some people were very disappointed with this fragrance, but I love it. I have yet to review it. I don't know what's stopping me. I guess I just had way too many fragrances that I want to talk about. But this fragrance here is sexy. It's very versatile and it's phenomenal. So guys, that is my top 5 designer fragrances for the spring of 2015. Now, a lot of these fragrances here are definitely safe blind buys, except for this one here. This one here is definitely a bit of a gamble because, as I stated, I personally did not like it when I first bought it, but I finally gave it a fair shake and I absolutely do love it. So guys, thank you for your time, take care, and we'll see you later.